guys, what is up? It is I, the Concrete Catwalk. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am a reseller that loves thrifting, vintage, nearly new, estate selling, you name it. I love it. To my Catwalkers more, thank you for joining me this Sunday for a new video. To my newly subscribed Catwalkers, thank you for joining me on this journey together. You guys, this video is actually going to be a little bit different because I was going through my wardrobe. I started looking around and I started looking at things. This includes handbags, this includes coats and dresses and skirts and you name it. I've been looking at it. It really got me to a point where, I realized I want to have a dialogue with you guys. I want to talk to you guys about some things that I go through because I'm curious to know if you guys go through those things. If you check out my video from last Sunday, I am still asking for comments regarding a wallet on a chain. I'm some things in and I want to get into that discussion, but I'm also looking for a couple more comments before I do that in an upcoming video. But what I want to get into, this is revolving around me going into my wardrobe and looking at it and looking at everything that I have. It got me to thinking to myself, when is enough enough? I'm bringing this to you guys because a couple things that kind of triggered when I decided that there were some bags that I wanted to sell off. It kind of spilled over into some other areas because I'm looking heavily into my wardrobe now and I'm just overwhelmed with things that are in there, things that I have picked up over the years, things that I still do love, things that I still do enjoy. But it really got me to that question of when is enough for me? This is not to say that it's an issue or it's a concern. No, it just came to the forefront of a legitimate question to ask myself and one that I wanted to ask you guys too. So let's get into it. I made some notes for myself, wondering, should I talk about it? Is it something you guys want to talk about or not? But I figured before I even went there, I just wanted to share this with you. I'm looking in my wardrobe and I'm looking around and I came to the conclusion that there are a lot of things that I have. I don't know if it's a combination of over the years my tastes have changed or it's because I have the ability to do what I do and to make the purchases that I can, or if it's a combination of all of those things, meaning seeing some things and realizing that, okay, I'd like to have those things and why not just add them in. But it pushed me even further. I'm looking at all of this stuff and I'm still asking myself the question, when is enough enough? How do I know that I've gotten to the point where the closets are full? Shoes are galore, coats are galore, bags are galore. Maybe really introspectively look inside and try to figure this out. So one of the things that I decided, well, sit with why you feel this way. I did that. And what it made me realize is it's not the issue of enough is enough. It's realizing when you've had it long enough and it's time to let it go. One of the biggest things that I grapple with as a person who loves to shop, as a person who enjoys the thrill of the hunt, thrifting, as a person who enjoys putting together a collective of really nice things or unique things or interesting things or things that have such a history to them that I know that they're going to add value to the wardrobe that I have. But it still took me to that point of realizing that it gets to where I have to sit down and decide, what is it that you are going to let go? What is it that has it to the threshold where it is indeed enough for that piece to have been in my wardrobe, enough for that particular bag that has been in my wardrobe, enough for those shoes or whatever it may be. Not about wearability necessarily. Sometimes I just think that things reach their natural conclusion in a wardrobe. No, you don't reach for it as much, or you've never reached for it. Or it's something that you bought and you just realized it just wasn't working. I realized that it just wasn't working for me and it was just time to let it go. I noticed for myself, If it's getting to the point where I feel like it's becoming overwhelming, because I have had a wardrobe where it's just been out of control and it was just things and tickets and new things never worn and mixed in with things that I truly love. And so I really looked at it from the perspective of, I need to divide this out, figure out what it is that I need in my wardrobe, what is working for me, what I like, and move on from there. This is not just about the focus on, it being a luxury thing or it being a designer thing. No, regardless of whether it's a high ticket item or a low in between ticket item, moving it forward and making the decision that it's time to let go is what it is that gets me to the conclusion that it's enough. And I've had to realize about myself, I have had to learn to say no to myself. That no is not a negative no. It's a no coming from the standpoint of, no, you have 5 black sweaters. Why do you need another black sweater? No, you have 11 different of these. Why do you need a 12th? I don't necessarily wrap that up into handbags or shoes, because I'm much more flexible when it comes down to something coming in a handbag or something coming in a shoe, and turning around and making the decision that, okay, I'm gonna let this item go, I'm gonna let that go because I'm getting something new. It's much more easier for me to do that. But when it comes to clothes, this is a little bit more difficult. I fall into that thing, which is, if I give it up, is it gonna come back in style? One of the things that I've had to learn is I have to let things go. When I feel the urge that it's time for it to leave my wardrobe, I have to let it go. When I decide it's time to bring it down to normal size, I have only 2 piles, a yes and a no. I don't do a gray area. I don't do something where it's maybe, possibly, potentially, either yes or no. If it's things that I see that I know that I am not going to sell, or even if it's things that I think I could sell, but I feel it's better to just donate, I will donate it. If I walk into my wardrobe and I see an overabundance and it becomes overwhelming, that's when I get to the conclusion that it's time to sit down, sort through, and send where it's going to go appropriately, so that I have room to breathe and feel better. You guys, that is the question that I'm posing to you. When do you know enough is enough? When do you know your wardrobe has gotten to the point where it is just too much of a good thing, and it has gotten to the point where you feel overwhelmed? Let me know in the comments below. Give me some ideas, because I think I have a system in place, but I always like to hear what other people's viewpoints, perspectives are, and how you guys sort through the things that you have in your respective wardrobes, and what it is for you when you get to the point where you know it's time to take a look at it to figure out what you really need and what you don't. That's it. That's what I have for you this week. It really was next to me, and I really wanted to have a discussion with you guys about that. I'm going through the process of unloading some things, trying to downsize. Thank you so much for watching me this Sunday. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Tap the bell for notifications. If you don't want to miss out on any videos that I post videos every Sunday. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm Catwalks Concrete on IG, and I will leave the link below to my closet on Poshmark. Please give me your comments, give me your suggestions. Let's have a dialogue. I'm trying to share with you more of what my struggles are, having a massive wardrobe, enough of a lot of nice things, trying to figure it out from there. You guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please be safe. See you all next Sunday. Bye for now.